Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let me show you the mock test series that I have bought, and this is a chapter test of cultural studies. Actually they have given full mock tests also, but I am attending the chapter test first and then the full mock test afterwards. I'll post that also in my YouTube channel. So this is the cultural studies mock test series. Assertion A. Discourses are cultural and social practices roots in psychic and physical reality. Reason R is Foucault defines discourse as the material manifestation of thought which shapes our subjectivity. Out of these four, which one is correct? The right option is option A. Both A and R are correct. R is the correct explanation of A. Guys, let us see the solution. In his work, Michel Foucault conceptualizes discourses as not only cultural and social practices, but also as the material manifestation of thought that influences subjectivity. Foucault emphasizes how discourses through powers as structures and mechanisms shape one's understanding of reality and construct one's identity within society. So, first one is the correct answer. And the second one is heteroglossia. Guys, out of these four, you would have known the thing heteroglossia, right? So if you mark the first one correct, then all the other options, all the rest of the B, C, D would be ticked as correct, right? So you should know the very, very important concepts. Heteroglossia is by Mikhail Bakhtin, okay? And discourse is by Michel Foucault, and structures of feeling is by Raymond Williams. Ambiguity is by William Emerson. 7 types of ambiguity, that is by William Emerson, okay? So that's the answer. Let's see heteroglossia. Heteroglossia, which refers to the coexistence of diverse linguistic and cultural voices within a text, was coined by Mikhail Bakhtin. Structures of feeling, a concept describing the cultural mood or atmosphere of a particular historical moment, was introduced by Raymond Williams. Ambiguity, the presence of multiple possible meanings within a text, was identified by William Emerson. Discourse, the system of language and power relations governing social practices, was elaborated upon by Michel Foucault. Okay. Third one. Which of the following is not true about Raymond Williams' view on culture? So culture is ordinary. Culture is a whole way of life. There exists at least 3 layers, that is dominant, residual and emergent. So these 3 are correct, and this third option is only not correct. So this is the answer. Okay guys, arrange the chronological sequence in which the following works Richard Hogarth they're published. Let's see the right answer. I have picked up the wrong answer, guys. Okay, The Uses of Literacy was published in 1957. Guys, please note it down in your notes and revise it in the early morning and come to the exam with full revision, full backed up revision. Okay, Uses of Literacy 1957, Higher Education Demand and Response published in 1965, A Local Habitation published in 1988, A Sort of Cloning 1990, and Imagine Life 1993. Let's say again, Uses of Literacy 1957, Higher Education 1965, Local Habitation 1988, A Sort of Clowning 1990, and Imagined Life 1993. Okay. The cultural theorist Stuart Hall has written the following: Encoding, Decoding, the Rediscovery of Ideology, written of the repressed in media, culture and communication studies. Okay. So these two has been written by here. In Encoding and Decoding, Hall explores the process of communication and how meaning is constructed and interpreted within the context of media and culture. In his second work, The Rediscovery of Ideology, here he did write extensively on the topic of ideology, media and culture. Okay guys, let's move on to the next question. Let's match. Guys, E.P. Thompson is The Making of the English Working Class. He has written that. Richard Hogarth is The Uses of Literacy. Raymond Williams has written The Long Revolution. Ashish Nandy, I didn't know that question. So it would get matched to that, The Secret Politics of Our Desires. So in one match question, you should know one or two appropriate question and answer to know the right one. To know the right one for all the four. Okay. So this is the answer. So Uses of Literacy is a British cultural critic, sociologist's work. And Ashish Nandy, he is an Indian political psychologist and social theorist. He has given his works on post-colonial theory and cultural criticism. So these are their works. Okay. Seventh question. In his work, The Dialogic Imagination, Mikhail Bakhtin. So Mikhail Bakhtin, ACD is the answer, guys. Develops theory of polyphony. Polyphony is the theory that comes in dialogic imagination. Okay, please remember. Then postulates that language evolves dynamically, and then argues that language gets affected by the culture that produces it as it helps to shape that culture. Okay, the language gets affected by the culture that produces it as it helps to shape that culture. Okay, polyphony evolves dynamically, it shapes the culture. So these three are the things that comes in dialogic imagination. Eighth question. Which of the following concepts are associated with the writings of Jean Baudrillard? Jean is why I am pronouncing Jean as Jean. It is a French word. Jean Baudrillard. Okay. Hyperreality and simulacra. Okay. Hyperreality is a condition in which what is real and what is fiction are seamlessly blended together so that there is no clear distinction between the two. Guys, hyperreality and simulacra were coined by French sociologist Jean Baudrillard in his 1981 book Simulacra and Simulation. Okay, simulacra are copies without originals. They are representations of reality that are more real than reality itself. Okay. Here they have given about Paul Virilio, Umberto Eco, Slavoj Žižek. Let's see, guys. So these people have also written the hyperreality and simulacra. Okay, please read this, guys. Ninth question. What is the correct sequence of the following text authored by Raymond Williams? Let's see. BACDE. So Culture and Society was the first one. Culture and Society was published in 1958. The Long Revolution 1961. Marxism and Literature 1977. Writing in Society 1983. The Politics of Modernism 1989. Okay. Last one. Write-in Degree 0 is 1953. You can say it as blindly. Okay. Writing Degree 0 is 1953. The Pleasure of the Text 1974. The Empire of Science 1970. Mythologies is 1957. Okay. Okay, guys. You read this also. See you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from UGC Net English Literature.